The countdown is real. It's almost here. The Nintendo Switch is almost within our grasps. I just can't wait for it. But I have to. So in the meantime, I'm just going to play some Wii U. And I figured today would be a good day to maybe appreciate some Wii U games that actually came out that were great. So welcome to 8 great games for the Wii U. Why 8? Well, I figured there's only 8 more days before the Switch comes out, so that gives each game a day for you to try and give it a whirl. So without further delay, here we go. So, since we're going to look at Nintendo games, what better place to start than Nintendo's mascot? Enter Super Mario 3D World. Now, this may not be Mario's first jump to 3D by any means, nor is it his first multiplayer game, but it is the first 3D Mario multiplayer game, and more specifically, you can play with a nice cast of characters. Super Mario 3D World shows off the platformer style of the 2D games in HD, and it looks real nice. Mario definitely feels more nimble here as well, as by comparison to, say, the Galaxy games. Movements are very snap responsive, and level layout gives you plenty of room to explore as you head towards the goal. Unlike most 3D entries, Mario and crew also have access to plenty of their power-ups, which gives it more of a 2D experience in a 3D space. It's a real nice change of pace, really. Although playing with a friend can be fun, playing alone really does have advantages too. For example, you aren't nearly as likely to ruin your friendship over the skill gap, though one of the few real issues I have with this game is that you need to complete every stage with each character, which having friends to play with can help decrease the number of times you need to replay a level. The levels focus on creative platforming rather than connecting each other stage to the previous one, which definitely works well here. And don't be fooled. The game may feel pretty easy at first, but when you reach the end, your skills will definitely be put to the test. It's got a perfect difficulty ramp for any gamer, and a nice occasional change of pace sprinkled across every world. Say, for example, the Captain Toad minigames, where you have to find and collect stars in these neat little 3D puzzles. Personally, I'm a big fan of those. I think this control of challenge and diversity within the game is what continues to make Mario games seem so perfect, this game being no exception. Next on the list, Pikmin 3. Pikmin is a game series where you play the role of a space captain who bosses around a bunch of little flower beings named Pikmin to do your bidding. In a quest to save their home planet of Kopai, you play the role of 3 explorers trying to gather giant fruit and bringing it back home. You will command these native Pikmin to fight your battles for you and do all your heavy lifting. Honestly, this is basically the same tyrannical role that you played in the previous 2 games. Though I have to admit, the graphical upgrade makes you having 100 little guys on screen at once much more manageable. You'll have a total of 5 Pikmin types at your disposal, each with their own unique traits, and managing them correctly is the only way to complete your task and return with a bountiful food supply back to your home world. Pikmin 3 makes for a good gateway game for real-time strategy games also. It's nothing too complex, and comes with some additional challenges for when you finish the game. Moving on to the next game on the list, we have Retro Studios' second jab at Donkey Kong in Tropical Freeze. Together with Dixie, Diddy, and Cranky Kong, DK and crew have been blown off their now frozen isle by the Snow Vikings known as Snowmads. It's a 2D platformer that's all about collecting collectibles, challenging challenges, and bosses that are bigger than life. As far as games go, the difficulty level is high, and collecting everything and completing bonus levels only makes it harder. Between platforming, swimming, and riding on minecarts, you really will feel like you're playing the SNES classics brought into a new, stylized age. And there really is some true beauty to be found in the very scenery of this adventure. Sometimes even the tiniest environmental detail can lead to actual prizes. Although you play solely as Donkey Kong, Diddy, Cranky, and Dixie each played their own role in making a small but effective change on how you beat each level. This is a game that really pays attention to even the smaller details, and that's part of why it's such a great game. And hey, if you finish normal mode, you can even try time attack. Though it will kill you inside. Like literally it will actually kill you on the inside. If you're trying to get the very hardest difficulty, it will kill you on the inside. I mean it. I've died a little because of it. I've still done it, so I mean, that's a thing. So from challenging platformers, we move to something a little bit easier. Welcome to Rayman Legends. I love the visual style that Rayman Legends offers. Hand-drawn sprites are a pretty thing, and mixed with the hand-drawn scenery, it looks even nicer. Rayman Legends offers a huge cast of characters to play as, but for all intents and purposes, they're essentially reskins of each other. I'm taking Mario Rayman, thank you very much. Now this isn't necessarily a bad thing, mind you. I've played plenty of games in the past where you have to fight over a character that you like using more so than others because of the way they control. So this is in many ways a good thing because you can just play as whoever you want. As I initially stated, Rayman Legends isn't all that hard. When you die, you just end up appearing about 5 seconds back. This isn't a bad thing per se. Some people like a little lighter challenge than others. There are plenty of wacky elements and personality to be found in this game, making it a real joy to play through each level, and each level really feels like something of its own. There are only really 2 constant mechanics that you'll see in this game. The first being the Murphy stages, which implement full use of the touchscreen, where one player can control Murphy and help Rayman and co. traverse otherwise impassable stages. Now I've heard many people consider this to be the best use of the Wii U's gamepad, though I would honestly disagree. Many find this fun, I found this more to be tedious. But on the flip side of things, we do have the other constant, the music stages. These are the stages where you're required to keep moving, and the very music itself gives you your timing cues. This is honestly the best part of the game, and I think a certain Blue Blur could really benefit from implementing this into his own set of games. But you're a kid now, you're a squid now, you're a kid, you're a squid, you're a kid now. Nintendo actually did it. After 14 years, Nintendo created a new IP. Welcome to Splatoon, Nintendo's answer to online shooters. Splatoon is likely the most colorful shooter you will ever play. It takes one of the coolest cheats from old school shooters such as GoldenEye, aka the paintball mode, and makes it the prime focus of the entire game. The goal of the game really isn't about taking out opponents, though it does help, and more about actually inking up as much ground or certain areas as possible. What's even better is that there's a good synergy built off this concept. Not only does it help you win matches, but it does actually help you in taking out those opponents or your maneuverability in general, as you take your squid form or kid form to swim around. In addition to this, you also have a plethora of fresh weapons and clothing with various stat effects to help mix up the gameplay. In addition, you also have a great single-player campaign to play through. And if that wasn't enough, you can spend time in the main plaza and look through the window and see my squid waifu. Oh, I'm gonna make you mine someday, and she looked at me! Yeah! The colorful world of Splatoon. Next up, an unlikely return to the Wii U. Fans apparently like the Captain Toad minigame so much that Nintendo gave us a full game in the form of Captain Toad's Treasure Trackers. To be fair, I say full game, but this is definitely the smallest game on the entire list. Captain Toad is chasing down a giant genie bird crow thing? I don't know what it is. Either way, his hunt after this bird will lead Toad to finding the treasure stash of a lifetime. Equipped with his backpack, he is unable to jump, so instead you must solve the 3D puzzles of each stage to find the collectibles and reach the end of each stage. Although this game functions completely like the original minigames of Mario 3D World, Treasure Trackers is bigger and offers more variety to its levels, including special challenges to each stage. It's a simple game overall, but Captain Toad's Treasure Trackers is a perfect little brain teaser wrapped up in that Super Mario charm. Oh yeah, we haven't actually talked about a fighting game yet, have we? Well, let's correct that right now with Pokken Tournament. The Tekken series meets Pokemon. If Pokemon battles were cool before, they're going to look even more amazing under the guise of a fighting game. This is a fun game. I love the flash effects, the Pokemon flair, the fighting style diversity. Pokken Tournament definitely comes packed with many things, though I think there has been some strange focus on what gets jam-packed and what didn't. Say for example, there's a relatively small cast of Pokemon fighters to choose from, including 2 Pikachus and 2 Mewtwo's. Though, come on, let's be real, Pika Libre is super cute. To help with the Pokemon diversity a bit, you also get to select dual support Pokemon, which offers a total of 46 different type of Pokemon to select from, ranging from unevolved to legendary. Though there's only 16 fighters total, which feels a little light. The rest are support. In addition, you also get advisor bonuses from Nia, who never shuts up.
Awesome! My cheering seems to have worked, huh?
Shut up, Nia. You didn't even do anything. That was all me. Although 46 Pokemon can sound impressive, it's less so when you consider the fact that there were over 700 Pokemon to select from when this game came out. and there's even more than that now. Though what they lack in variety of Pokemon, they make up for tenfold in character customization, which I've yet to collect everything because holy crap, there's a lot! In addition, there's plenty of single-player options such as challenging various leagues, random single-player fights, and a very detailed tutorial. Once you've experienced it all, jump online and challenge others. It's a great time! But no, seriously, can we go back and really take a moment to appreciate the character customization? Because, like, holy crap, seriously! Still, even with the light character variety, the game offers a lot. And hopefully we'll see an even more robust selection in a Switch port or sequel. And finally, rounding out this list, I thought since we started with Mario, we might as well end with Mario. Super Mario Maker. This is possibly the greatest game to come out in the Wii U. And unlike Rayman Legends, I would argue that the honor for best gamepad use belongs here. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't think the best game on the Wii U has to implement the gamepad the best way possible. Hell, the best game could not even use the gamepad for all I care. But this is a game that knows what the gamepad is supposed to be, and it does it right. A controller is supposed to be an extension to the character you play as in the game you're playing, and here, it follows level designing in the most perfect one-to-one response. Super Mario Maker, as the name implies, is all about making levels in the Super Mario 2D universe. Be it Super Mario Bros., Super Mario 3, Super Mario World, or New Super Mario Bros. U, I guess, technically. You can combine ideas that would never worked in the classic series and make them a reality right here, such as stacking a Koopa on top of a Hammer Bro while riding a Monty Mole. Honestly, this is a very mild suggestion. You can do plenty of crazier stuff than that. Not to mention the details added to the level building. If I wanted to use a Lakitu Cloud, but not the Lakitu itself, I just shake him out. The game could have just as easily have added a menu select, but no. Instead, you shake him to change him, which simplifies the look of the menu. Not to mention, it makes experimenting around all the more fun. Oh, but now as addictive as it is to create levels, what's even better is that you can also play levels. Millions of them. There are so many creative ideas out there, you can just string them together in a 100 Mario challenge, where you're given 100 lives to beat a marathon of randomly selected stages. Or you can just scroll through the selections. Hell, if you want, you could even ask a friend what they made and try that out. The true glory of Super Mario Maker is that you'll never run out of new levels to play. But alas, I suppose I should wrap this video up since we've hit our 8-game quota. I just wanted to give you a little taste of what great games existed on this admittedly not so popular system. Despite its overall lack of popularity, some of the best games I've ever played were on the Wii U, and I just wanted to share some of them with you. Still, it's only 8 more days before we can play the Switch, and I'm not sure about you, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Wii U's best game ended up being a Switch title too, with Zelda Breath of the Wilds. We'll find out soon enough. Hey guys and gals, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, hit that like button and maybe even share it. If you're new to the channel, you know what, check out some of the other stuff I have going on there and maybe even hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to upload a little more consistently, so you know what, if you have any ideas for something you want me to talk about, leave a comment down below. In the meantime, I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!